What is going on, guys? It's Evan here from Evan Sports Corner, and I'm back with another video here on the channel. Today, we got an Atlanta Falcons rebuild around their new quarterback that they drafted last week, Desmond Ridder. The goal is to try to get the Falcons a Super Bowl and try to erase the 28-3 culture and get them a Super Bowl victory. As we check out Desmond Ridder, the guy we're going to be building around, 88 throw power, 80 speed. We got some decent young players, guys like Kyle Pitts, Calvin Ridley, AJ Terrell, as you check out the upcoming draft class. And we got potential. I think that this team can really be good in the future as we try to explore some trade options, but we're not going to trade anybody until later. And here is the free agent pool right here. Not amazing free agents, but certainly some decent options. And we're going to go and get Jason McCourty to be some solid safety depth for us. And I think that's a pretty decent signing. And since we don't have much to do in Season 1, we're just trying to be bad. We're just going to simulate to mid-season. 2-4 at mid-season, which is not horrible. Definitely thought we would be worse. Let's check out some stats right here. Ridder doing okay. I mean, he's got 12 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, which is nice to see. You know, he's like a really low overall quarterback, so I'm surprised he didn't throw more picks. Davis, our top running back in rushing, and then Ridley, Pitts, and London having a solid rookie year as well. And we got some contracts to negotiate. Rashaan Evans going to be a building block of this defense for years to come. We'll give him an extension. And I don't think I want to give Cordero an extension, which means that we are going to be making a trade here. In fact, we're going to make multiple trades here at the deadline. We're going to try to ship off our top pass rusher, Grady Jarrett, and our backup QB, Mariota, for another potential top 10 pick. Minnesota is having a bad season. We're going to try and capitalize and get another top 10 pick. Working to try and make this trade. We'll give them a second round pick. And boom, we have 2 potential top 10 picks. And now we're making another trade, getting rid of 2 running backs. One of them, Cordero, on an expiring contract. We get a 3rd and we get a 4th from this trade right here. So our team going into the second half of the season is not looking great. But you know, this is what we're here for. We're supposed to be bad year 1. We've got some building block pieces. You've got some younger players. But it's going to be a rough second half season. And the season is wrapped now. We finished 3-14. So hopefully we get a top draft pick. We should check out these end of season stats here. So Ridder, you know, not bad. 4,421 yards, 27 touchdowns, 6 interceptions is not ideal, but not horrible. Rushing, Mike Davis, pretty solid. Again, you know, after Cordero got traded, he became the outright #1 back. Calvin had an amazing season, 1,348 yards. Pitts was really solid as well. And Drake London was fantastic, 822 yards in his rookie year. Blocking, let's see how our pass protection was. Oh my gosh, Jake Matthews gave up 17 sacks this year. Jeez, we're definitely going to have to look for a replacement for him at some point. Can't have our blindside tackle getting destroyed. As let's check out the defense. Lorenzo Carter had a pretty productive season for us. Led us in sacks and interceptions. We were led by Rashaan Evans. Desmond Ridder finished 2nd in Rookie of the Year voting. Look at Kyle Pitts and Drake London there as well. They kind of mix up the draft classes for this rookie year, so that's why there's multiple players who are not actually rookies here. But Defensive Rookie of the Year, we had our boy Richie Grant there. Yeah, not technically a rookie. And now we simulate to the offseason. The Cowboys defeated the Jaguars in the Super Bowl, so good job to Dallas for beating the Jaguars. Kind of surprising that the Jags made the Super Bowl. It's time to head to the offseason right here. And we are in free agency. We'll see how the free agent pool looks. We have a lot of cap space, so we'll see if we're going to capitalize. Okay, this free agency class isn't that great. Not a lot of game-changing talent. Not a whole lot of guys that are worth spending money on as we go through the free agents here. We might make 1 or 2 signings, though, but not a lot of guys who really catch my eye as guys I want to look at. Ronnie Harrison is, though, prime of his career safety, who can be a really solid, strong safety for us in the future. And we end up getting Ronnie Harrison. We signed him to a contract. I like this signing. He can be our safety for a little while. And now it is draft time. And remember that trade we made at the Vikings? We have 2 top 5 picks in the draft, including the #1 overall pick. A chance to make a big-time selection. Now, we're rebuilding around Desmond Ridder, so we're not going to draft a quarterback here. But there is a guy, the #1 player on the board, JULIAN FLEMING. We have some solid receivers on the roster. We just drafted Drake London last year. The Falcons did. But Fleming just looks like too good of a prospect to pass up on. And boom, we get ourselves Julian Fleming from Ohio State. And now we're at the 5th overall pick. And I was hoping that Will Anderson would fall. And he does. And Will Anderson is going to be the future of our pass rush. Will Anderson has been selected. And now we ended up trading Grady Jarrett for that man, Will Anderson. And now we're going to select Justin Wilson with our pick here. We got rid of Cordell and Mike Williams is not the future, so maybe Justin Wilson can be the future. And then with our 3rd round pick, we went with DeAndre Keys, a defensive tackle who can plug up the middle for years to come. So this is what our team's looking like after the draft. Desmond Ridder is the quarterback. Fleming going to slide in that number 2 receiver spot. London getting moved down to 3. Will Anderson looking good at that left outside linebacker position. And this is what our team is looking like now. I believe we are at mid-season. Fleming actually got superstar development, which is huge for us, like absolutely huge. And then Anderson unfortunately got star. As we check out our mid-season stats here from season 2, Ridder actually doing amazing. 1,990 yards and 13 touchdowns, top 5 in the league, and at least a couple of those stats. Davis still our top running back. Wilson doing okay with a couple touchdowns. Receiving, Ridley our leading receiver once again. Pitts doing well. Fleming is having a fantastic rookie year. London taking a bit of a step back. Blocking, we'll see how we're doing there. All right. Actually not that bad at this point. And on the defensive side, unfortunately, it doesn't look like Will Anderson is making too much of an impact. Only 1 sack, but at least he has 4 tackles for loss, so that's not bad. But he's not making a huge game-changing impact yet. And the season is wrapped, and once again, we did not make the playoffs, and we actually fell to 4-13. We had a horrible second half of the season, so we're going to end up with a very, very good draft pick. But after season 2's wrapped, I feel like this next season is a season that we should try to start making moves. Hope that Ridder can take that next step and become that great quarterback. And I think next season's gonna be the season we try to make a playoff push. So there's the end of the season stats. End up with Ridley with 1,300 yards, Pitts 930, Fleming 877. Our offense is actually looking really good. See how our blocking did. Okay, Jake Matthews is horrible. This dude just gave up double-digit sacks in back-to-back years, so we're certainly not having him as left tackle. Rashaan Evans once again solid for us. Sacks, we're led by Carlos Fowler, which is interesting. But yeah, Will Anderson was okay. Nothing crazy. But Carlos Fowler did solid. And AJ Terrell with 5 picks. And the Cowboys win another Super Bowl as we're about to head in the offseason. The Cowboys back-to-back Super Bowl champions. Hopefully that'll be the case in real life. But it's time to go to the offseason. I'm just going to say this. We're about to make some big-time moves this offseason as we're about to give Calvin Ridley an extension. Give him that type of money that he wants. Boom. Calvin Ridley is back on the team. And not a lot of these guys are getting new contracts other than him. I think we will give Kendall Sheffield a new contract just because he's a pretty solid option at cornerback. So we get him back. But even with those signings, we still have a lot of cap space to play going into free agency. And it's time, man. It's time to make some moves into free agency. Here we go. It's free agency time. Let's see what the free agent class is looking like. Ooh. Oh my goodness. We have some good free agents. Lots of X Factor players. A couple X Factors, actually. Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers. We got to give somebody in this class. A.J. Brown, Pollard could be a guy we look at. Cox, Dean, Poyer. We're going to offer Tony Pollard a contract. We've been lacking a number 1 running back, and Pollard could really be a solid guy. Really explosive player. And I love Pollard personally as a Cowboys fan. He's fantastic. So I will get Pollard for our team. And we'll throw Fletcher Cox a 1-year deal. Cox should be a solid interior presence for us. And now it's time to make some trades. Justin Wilson, Casey Hayward, and Jalen Hawkins. Don't think we're going to be able to get a first-round pick with that type of package. But maybe we could get a second-round pick here. And we're so close to getting a second from Indianapolis. We're so close. I think we can make this work. We're actually going to keep Justin Wilson out of this. We'll give him a 7th-round pick. They value a 7th-round pick more than Jalen Wilson. But check out this blockbuster trade we made with the Los Angeles Chargers. Joey Bosa and Rashawn Slater. The 2024 first overall pick, which is just a projection based on how we've been doing, Deion Jones, who's at this point he's replaceable, and a second-round pick. Slater can be left tackle. We'll move Matthews inside because he's been horrible at left tackle. And we get a game-changing pass rusher in Joey Bosa, who will be a huge presence for our defense. And now we're looking a lot better going into next season. And we still have the second overall pick in this year's draft. And with that man Deion Jones out of here, we're going to get Tom Matthews. Deion's a middle linebacker. We have Rashawn Evans there already. So we're going to get Tom Matthews to play outside linebacker for us. He can be a day one starter. Alongside him and Will Anderson, we're going to get Bernard Sweeney because, again, we just lost Casey Hayward, so we're going to pick up a corner. And this is our team going into next season. This is actually a lot of potential to be good. Ridder, Pollard, Fleming. And then we also have Terrell. Bosa makes that defensive line look a lot scarier. And we'll move Tom Matthews over to right outside linebacker here in a bit. But our team's looking pretty good, and I think we have a chance this year to be pretty solid. Mid-season, we're 4-2, which is by far our best start in this franchise. We'll check out our mid-season stats here, but our team is looking a lot better. As we'll check out these stats right here. Ridder, okay, not the greatest numbers in the world, but they're okay. He's continuing to develop. Again, he started off as a really low overall, but hey, the interceptions are low at 3. And then Pollard, a top running back, has been playing well for us, doing great. And receiving, Julian Fleming leading us in receiving in his second season, but Pollard and Pitts just behind him in London there as well. Blocking, let's see how the O-line's performing. All right, Jake Matthews only giving up 2 sacks inside. And then on the defensive side of midseason, we'll see how things are going. Will Anderson making that jump. We'll see. Bosa with 5 sacks already. Bosa's been amazing for us, and that's good to see. Of course, we gave Joey Bosa. We gave a premium to select Bosa. Anderson with 3 sacks, not too shabby. But yeah, we gave a premium to select Bosa, so he better be doing well. And we have some unfortunate news here. Right before the playoffs, so by the way, we are in the playoffs for the first time. Desmond Ridder suffered a big injury. Now, the reason why I'm showing you guys this is because there was a quarterback available in free agency who I just could not resist signing. Aaron Rodgers is going to be with us for our playoff run as Ridder will be done for the season. And can Aaron Rodgers carry us to victory as we have finally made the playoffs 10-7 along with Tampa and Carolina. And now it is time to see if we can make a run to the Super Bowl as we got Tampa Bay and the number 1 passer in the league, Travis Barlow. And we'll check out our end of season stats. Ridder still finished 4th in passing touchdowns despite suffering that injury. It's very unfortunate, but Aaron Rodgers came in and did some solid work for us, and we'll see how he does in the playoffs. Pollard finished the season with did okay. Wilson got some carries as well for us, and we actually had 3 1,000-yard receivers, and none of them were named Julian Fleming. London had a huge second half of the season, along with Pitts and Ridley, and Fleming still did a solid job, but that's crazy that we had that many 1,000-yard receivers. And Jake Matthews did a lot better inside, didn't give up double-digit sacks this time around. As we check out our end-of-season defensive stats as well, Joey Bosa was certainly worth that package. 14 sacks for us and 12 tackles for loss. Davidson with 5.5 sacks and Anderson with 4 sacks on the year. And a bunch of guys had 3 interceptions. And as you can see from our playoff bracket, we are in the Super Bowl. We took down our division rival Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We took down the number 1 seed Cowboys in a shocking upset. And then we took on our division rival Carolina Panthers in the playoffs, and we took them down, and we are going to the Super Bowl somehow. Joey Bosa has been huge for us. Julian Fleming has been balling out in our playoff run, certainly worth the number 1 overall selection. This is our team going in the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we got any dev upgrades, like any big ones. I think London might have gone up to star. But this is our team as we go into the Super Bowl, and this could be the end of the rebuild. And I will be playing this game, but I'm not going to show it all. I'm just going to show a few highlights from our Super Bowl against the Chiefs. So right here, we get the ball first. Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback leading our squad against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Give it to Pollard up the middle, and he is in for the touchdown. Chiefs' first play on offense, intercepted by Rashawn Evans. That's why we got rid of Deion Jones, because Rashawn Evans is our guy. And boom, we are off to a fantastic start. Rodgers, 3rd down and 1. Gonna give it back to Pollard, who pushes, and he's into the end zone. That's why we traded for Tony Pollard, because he is so good. quick 14-0 lead, but the Falcons are known for choking leads in big moments, including the Super Bowl, as the Chiefs come right back, hitting McCole Hardman for a touchdown on the slant. But then a few minutes before half, we come right back at Kansas City. Rodgers to Pollard for the third time today, blocks a line, and Pollard's in for his third of the half. And here we go, second quarter, 50 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. Mahomes, nothing open, decides to scramble to the left side. He gets popped by Rashaan Evans and loses the ball. Rashaan Evans recovers the fumble, and we have the ball in their territory. What a job by Evans. And then the second half was not as action-packed as we took a 27-7 lead. There's Bosa getting the sack on Mahomes. Beautiful job there. And then second down and 20. Mahomes deciding to scramble once again. He gets hit and loses the ball. We recover it once again, and we pretty much take this game over. And this pretty much sealed the game right here. 4th and goal from the 1. We get the goal line stand on Kansas City to win the Super Bowl. No choking today. And just to show you guys, we played this on Alt Madden Simulation. And we had some sliders as well, up to like 70 for the CPU. And Aaron Rodgers leads us to the victory. And the rebuild is complete in 3 seasons. We go from the number 1 overall pick in season 1 to Super Bowl champions, led by Aaron Rodgers. It's unfortunate that this was a Desmond Ridder rebuild and he wasn't our quarterback during the Super Bowl. But everything we did in this franchise was around Desmond Ridder. Getting Pollard to be his number 1 running back. Drafting a wide receiver with the number 1 overall pick when we could have had defensive guys like Breezy or a guy like DJ. We made a lot of moves around our man Desmond Ridder, and we win the Super Bowl. We take down the Chiefs. What a job by our squad. The transformation from being bottom feeders to champions as Rashaan Evans picks up Super Bowl MVP. I would have personally given it to Pollard for having like 3 or 4 touchdowns in the Super Bowl, but Evans was a game-changing player on defense. He forced a fumble and he had an interception, so I can't be too mad about that. As look at our squad hoisting the Lombardi. We got Ridley, Rodgers, Pollard, and Evans right there hoisting the trophy. Aaron Rodgers comes in and gets his 2nd ring with the Falcons. Comes out of free agency and makes it happen. You could not have asked for a better story. And boom, the rebuild is complete. We take down the Chiefs and we win the Super Bowl. What a job by our Falcons. It was really fun doing this rebuild. A lot of good players that we drafted like Fleming, Anderson, Keys was clutch for us. Bosa was a big trade. A lot of fun. We held Mahomes in check in the Super Bowl. Look at Pollard with his 3 touchdowns, almost 100 yards rushing. Receiving, Ridley had a solid game. Kept Julian Fleming in check in this one, but he had a big playoff run for us. And we go to the defensive side. 2 tackles for loss for Evans, also forcing the fumble, getting the interception. Bosa had a sack as well. So, yeah, great job by our Falcons winning this Super Bowl. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, that's going to do it for this rebuild, and I hope that you guys all enjoyed. And remember to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you're new so you'll not miss more content like this. And comment down below if you guys want to see more rebuilds. And if you do, comment which team I should do. So have a great day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.